Hello there everybody, it's Chocolate Milk here, and we are back with some Lost Odyssey. Last video we left off with going to Team Kaim and Sarah, and they are in a lot of danger right now, trying to catch up with Cooke and Mack, while trying to also escape the Acolytes. So things are not looking very well for them at all.
Gongora, you have eyes, yet you do not see. We were destined to be gods, you and I. No silly sense of purpose can stand before that.
Oh, Gongora, messing with their heads. He just will not leave us alone, ever. But that giant block of ice is headed straight for us. So, I think we should GTFO. What do you guys think?
Kaim, ahead.
Well, I'm thinking that they're thinking the exact same thing, which is probably a smart idea on their part. So now they're gonna try to get off the train, and then we get an actual movie part of the game, which I really love because they make Kaim and Sarah look so incredibly realistic. And they just did such a great job with the actual quote-unquote like real life scenes where they look more like real people than they do video game characters. And they made it right in the nick of time. Thank God that Cooke and Mack actually escaped. That's probably the only good reason for that, because this is actually the train that Cooke and Mack are on. So we've managed to catch up to them, and now we have to find where Cooke and Mack went. So I suggest using the save point in this area, and then you can examine the panel on the right hand side here to open up the door and continue on through the train. But there's monsters on here, and you're also kind of under a time limit, because Sarah will point out that the train is actually freezing, and if you get caught in the ice, you will actually get your HP zapped gradually. Now those monsters can be defeated with ground spells or ground. They're a water elemental creature, so have Sarah use ground and have Kaim attack. They're not very strong monsters at all. You should have no problem, even if it's just Kaim and Sarah. So examine this glowing item before you leave. This is a box puzzle. And I had a hard time finding the box, and I was playing because I was in a hurry or something, I don't know. But it's the boxes with the diamonds on top of them, you can clearly see them. And I wouldn't be too worried about the ice. It is pretty slow, and unless you just like leave your game, like someone types you on MSN or something, and then you leave your game and you don't pause it, you know, something like that would be a problem, where you make a snack or something and forget to pause. I don't know why you would do that, but I've actually had that happen where somebody like typed something to me and I got preoccupied and I was actually losing a bunch of HP. I was like, shit, I forgot to pause it. That was genius of me. When you get to the end of the puzzle, you have to defeat another one of these ice monsters, but they're no biggie. Like I said before, you can always heal up after if you're left hurting. This is another box puzzle, but this one's a little bit different. The first box you're actually going to pull, not push, because you'll get stuck otherwise. And go on through. And of course I had to think about this one for a minute. I started pushing it and then realized that I couldn't get through, so then we have to do is you have to come to the side of the box and pull this one as well. This is more of a pushing and not pulling puzzle, because most of the time puzzles want you to think that you have to push them, when sometimes that is not the case. And this is a one-time only area, so remember to collect all the chests and glowing items on the ground before you leave, or else you will never be able to come back. There's a hidden chest behind this box. Pull it out, and then go behind it if you can. So pull it and then push it so you have access to the place that was blocking, because there's a secret chest that you cannot see. But I opened it, so You can get that at the auction house if you do miss it, but you might as well just get it here. It's one less thing to worry about. And here is the very end. So you see these glowing pieces of paper, and the door requires a password. So read all 4 pieces of paper to know the numbers. So the first piece of paper will tell you that the third number is 4. The first number is 9. Where's that third piece? There it is. The second number is 2. The fourth number is 0. So 9240 is the password. And then that will get you access to the final cart that Cooke and Mack are in. So when you get here, you'll see them. And your first instinct is going to be to go towards them, but do not move. Do not move. Stay right where you are. Go into your menu and make sure that Kaim and Sarah are both healed up to the maximum, or at least healed up to where you want them to be. Change any equipment that you'd like, and anything like that. Because we're going to be facing a boss battle that is probably kind of expected, but anyways, it's just best to be prepared. Because as you'll see, you walk towards them, and before you save Cooke and Mack, you have to go up against this big ice creature. And you haven't actually saved Cooke and Mack yet, so it's just Kaim and Sarah. Now, I've heard from a few people that they've had troubles with this boss, but I think it's just a matter of luck. You're either going to get totally screwed over, or you're going to be completely fine. Now, as you'll see in my boss battle, I was totally fine. They're just 3 creatures that we've been seeing in the train, and they're, of course, weak against Grounda, so hit them with Grounda. But the problem is that there's 3 of them, and so there's 3 against 2, and I mean, they're pretty tough. Like, if they attack you, like they attacked Kaim, you're lucky, but if they get to use Ice Needle, as you can see, it does a lot of damage, so you just want to take them out as quickly as possible, because if you get 3 Ice Needles in a row, or 2 Ice Needles in a row, you could be in trouble, especially if your characters are at the normal level in the 30s, because I'm at level 50 with both of them, so I didn't really have much to worry about. There's not really a whole lot of strategy, but after you beat that little kind of miniature encounter boss battle thing, you'll actually be able to go towards Cooke and Mack and talk to them.
It's me, Sarah.
And at least they're okay. They're scared, but they're alright anyways.
Sarah? You can come out, you two. It's safe.
You kids are so lucky you had Kaim and Sarah save your ass, or you would be so screwed right now.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to see Mom. I know, sweetheart. I know. I miss her. So do I. I'm sorry.
Kaim's just like, you stupid kids.
You had us worried.
He's like, I'm so mad at you. But, you know, they're family. They all love each other, whatever. And they're all alright, so yay, we get to celebrate. Sort of, kind of. Only for a short while, though. Because then you see that gigantic, colossal ass ice thing in the sky fucking up everyone's day. And it's kind of weird that this big electrical, or a big electrical storm comes out of this big ice glacier. But anyways, they apparently found out that we weren't dead, so they're gonna try to finish up the job now. And that looks extremely powerful and extremely painful. I'm surprised those kids haven't passed out from, first of all, having a big magic shield around themselves, and then taking this electrical damage.
I'm not so sure anymore.
I'm scared, Kaim. I'm worried about losing my memory again. Or maybe this time, even my body.
And like Sarah said, losing her body, immortals can actually do that. if we remember, Sarah had said that they're only spirits, and then when they came to Earth, they only acquired human bodies. So I thought I would just reference that again, because that will come up time and time again in the game, where they'll say, "Oh, I'm worried about losing my body," even though they're immortal. So if an immortal comes to so much pain that it causes them an extreme amount of pain, they can actually like harm their spirit. So anyways, that was kind of a little bit off topic, but anyways, Sarah's going to ultimately save Cooke and Mack. I guess by like lighting the, well, not really lighting on fire, but she's like lasering part of the train off so that they don't crash, because this train is still going towards that gigantic ice block
So very much.
that we saw earlier. Because both trains were heading in the same direction, so. Oh man, that's brutal. God, the amount of just total craziness these people go through. They are so lucky they're immortal, or they would have been dead so long ago. But that's it for Sarah and Kaim for a while. For actually a really long time, so I'm not trying to spoil anything, but for the next little while, don't expect to see them. And we haven't seen these guys in a while, we get back to Seth, who, if we remember from a few videos ago, she actually accidentally got caught up with Tolton. And he's gonna try to run away. It's so funny. She's like, "Get the hell back here! You're not going anywhere." Oh man, you do not screw with Seth, I tell you.
Great.
We're at the site where the magic energy was detected. 2 people found, a man and a woman. We'll proceed with check. Raise your arms and turn around.
What? How dare you be so insolent to your king?
You're the one who's being insolent. Do as you're told.
You better do as he says.
And apparently, you know, of course, Tolton isn't in power anymore.
How dare you point your swords at me?
So, or I guess he technically is, but Gungora told everyone he was dead, so.
How dare you? I am Tolton, your king. You shall obey.
Tolton's kind of preaching to the wrong choir.
Something's not right.
And with this, I think I'm gonna end this video off here. Kind of just cut it real short, and then the next video we're gonna continue on in Aura with Tolton and Seth. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.